y'all doing? How y'all doing? How are y'all today? Let me know in the comments how you're doing. I am leaving work. Y'all like my friend? Trying something new today. I'm leaving work and I thought I would just get in here and say hi. Let you guys know we are 11 days left in Vlogtober. 11 days. You guys, I realized a few things this Vlogtober. Number one, my life is pretty boring, y'all. People are always like, oh, you know, I bet there's never a boring day in your life because we have so many kids. And the reality is we're just basic. Our life is just kind of boring. And number two, I work a lot. I work a lot, y'all. I knew how much I work, but I'm like, man, I work a lot. Like, I need to incorporate a little more fun into my life. And number three, my seats in my van need to be shampooed. I told my husband and my kids, they were like, because we're putting together Christmas lists, we're actually gonna pick our people for during Halloween so that the kids will have more time to shop. We usually do it for Thanksgiving, but everybody wanted to pick for Halloween, you know, do it during Halloween so that they will have a whole 2 months to prepare themselves for Christmas, because all of my big kids officially have jobs now. So they're all super excited. This will be the first year that everybody is working and not having to do chores to make money, because typically I hang a chore list around the holiday season starting in November, and they can pick chores off of the chore list and they make money. So I attach an amount to the chore. I'll show you guys when I do it. But anyway, this is the first year that all the big kids, 15 and up, all have jobs. So they are so excited about that. So anyway, I told them, they said, Mommy, what do you want for Christmas? I was like, an iPad Pro and my seats shampooed in my van, like professionally clean, because yeah, I'm sure y'all see it, hot mess. So whatever, those are the three things that I have realized this Vlogtober. But yeah, I am on my way home. I went in this morning, we hired some new people, so I went in to finish up their paperwork and just do a little touch training with them at our Tennessee store, which that store, pretty much our team there, they do most of the training of the new hires, but I like to go in and just do a touch training. So basically go in and touch bases, touch on what they've learned, see how they're liking it, all that kind of stuff. So that is what I did today. I'm on my way home and going to take Jaden and I think Jordan to the Halloween store because they want to make Halloween costumes this year. So they're gonna go and see, just kind of see if the Halloween store has anything that's cost effective in what they're trying to do, and then if not, they're gonna figure it out. But yeah, so they're gonna take them there, which Jada could drive herself, but I want to go because I have, this weekend is our girls weekend. So me and my college friends, one of us plan a trip in our city, so it's like a staycation for that person, but then the other three travel to, you know, wherever they are, and we like plan stuff and do stuff and get a hotel or Airbnb or whatever and just hang out for the weekend. So it is my turn to host. And we are having a era themed dinner on Saturday night. So I am gonna go and look and see if I can find me some that I'm looking for that. I found it on Amazon, but it was so expensive. I didn't want, I was like, no, I'm not. No. I can make that for what they want to charge me. So I'm gonna go to the Halloween store and see if they have anything similar to what I am going for. Anyway, y'all, that is what we are doing today for this fine Wednesday, October 20th. Nothing exciting, as always. We legit don't be having a whole lot. Lonnie was in Texas over the weekend. Not over the weekend. He went to Texas Monday. So he was there Monday. Tuesday, he flew back into town today. So he's just at home resting. I actually tried to get him to vlog his Texas trip, but he ended up not vlogging it. So he went down there and surprised his mom for her birthday. And her birthday was Monday, so he flew in Monday, didn't tell her he was flying in, flew in and surprised her. So hung out with her Monday and Tuesday, and then he flew back today. So yeah, so that's what he had going on. I did not vlog at all yesterday, you guys. But let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a funny story since we're just chatting in the car. My kids run track, and typically, more than likely, usually homeschool kids are kind and sweet and welcoming and non-judgmental, which is all of the reasons that I homeschool, right? But every now and then you get those kids where you could just tell they're a reflection of their parents. And so if you guys notice, my kids wear their mask when they are running track, because my kids don't play about their mask. So they wear their mask pretty much 100% of the time. One of them 110% of the time, because he will sleep in his mask. He does not play. So my kids are serious. I don't have to fight them. I don't, have to explain. Like, they understood what shelter at home and lockdown was. Like, when we sheltered, we didn't eat out anymore. Like, we were home, you guys, for almost a year. They know. And so for them, they understand, like, I'm gonna put this mask on because I want to be able to go out and about. Like, I want to be able to resume some form of life. And so for them, it's nothing. Like, just put your mask on and keep pushing. They're not, my kids aren't vaccinated. I think Pfizer just released for 5 and up. But I'm not quite there yet. My older kids are, and they all had a choice on to be or not be, and they decided to be. So, but my little ones, anybody under 12, they're not, and they understand the risk, right? They understand that, some of them, my kids, 3 of my little kids have the sickle cell trait. So they don't have full out sickle cell, but they have the trait. And we don't know enough about COVID to know if it would affect them. Like, would having a trait be considered an underlying issue? We don't know. So I say all that to say my kids are mature enough, wise enough, smart enough to just put their mask on, because it ain't that hard, right? Put your mask on, practice social distancing, and that's what they do. And so yesterday at practice, a little girl, okay, she was a teenager, so I don't even know if I should be saying little girl, because she wasn't little, but she was a teenager, so little girl decided she was gonna call them a bunch of nerds for wearing their mask, And my oldest daughter of the little kids, Harper, she was unbothered by it, because that's just Harper. She's usually typically unbothered. But my little one, my 6-year-old Phoenix, who is very emotional, was extremely bothered by it. Like, he could not let it go. And I think because for him, this was the first time he ever experienced being bullied. And so, I explained to him, like, that's a good thing. Like, being called a nerd is not a bad thing. I'm like, you should have said thank you. Like, thank you, that's a compliment. Like, nerds are smart, nerds get some of the best jobs, make probably more money than whatever, you know, like, it's good to be a nerd. So I explained to him how being a nerd was not a bad thing, and that was actually a compliment that she didn't understand she was giving. And so he felt fine by that. But I was so irked by it. I was so irked by the situation. But I was like, that is a complete reflection, excuse me, of her parents, you know, because kids learn from their parents. Kids aren't born racist, sexist, homophobic, don't wear a mask. Like, kids aren't born that way. Trice, all he knows is a mask. Like, he doesn't know anything else because he was born in 2020. So for him, the only way he would grow up to feel like, oh, you shouldn't be wearing a mask, is if we told him that, right? Because right now that's all he knows. So I know that this is just a reflection of her parents. Clearly got this from your parents. Clearly you got this, because what 15-year-old is like out here like, oh, y'all are some nerds because y'all wearing y'all mask? I don't know. Maybe somewhere parents wearing their mask, but the kid is like, you're stupid, mom and dad, for wearing your mask. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing where the parents are not and the kids are. I don't know. But yeah, so that happened yesterday. That was fun. And I think one of the first times that my younger kids have been bullied. I don't think they had ever experienced that. I want to say that was the first time. Whereas my oldest daughter, she experienced her first bullying when kids used to make fun of her hair. Because she used to wear her hair in braids with beads on them, and some little girls decided they were going to make fun of her hair, and so she was bullied for that. And I didn't even have to step in because she had a teacher that was down for the cause. So yeah, she quickly put those kids in their place and handled the parents on the back end. So yeah, and she was little. She was in it was pre-K, because she's never been to public school, so she was in pre-K and did like a little mom's day out kind of program. So it was in that or whatever. But yeah, y'all, that's my story, y'all. That's my story for today. Story time. Y'all, have y'all been bullied before? Have y'all kids ever been bullied? Wasn't bullied. I fought a whole lot in middle school and high school. Like, I got in tons and tons of fights, which is probably why I was never bullied. But yeah, I didn't experience being called names, and I don't know. Maybe what we deemed as being bullied back when I was younger is not the same as what is deemed as being bullied in 2021. But you know, and then after the fact, y'all, follow up on that, I told my kids, I said, listen, it's how many of y'all, like, it's too many. I was an only child, so I'm like, it's too many of y'all. At no time ever should anybody feel okay with saying anything to the cold kids. It's too many of y'all. I'm like, so the next time somebody has something to say, y'all need to figure it out. Because if y'all gonna be running and telling me every single time, you're not gonna like how I handle it, you know? So yeah, I had to let them know that, okay, nobody should be making fun of y'all because it's too many of y'all. Like, y'all should be rolling up deep. Not encouraging violence, but I'm just saying, when it's 12 to 1, let me not mess with them. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. Some of y'all won't agree, just like some of y'all didn't agree with my being friends with my ex, which, by the way, thank y'all so much for those of y'all that commented and shared your views and opinions on that video. I appreciate it. I always love to hear other perspectives and people's thoughts on stuff when I'm, you know, when I do topics like that, because I just think it's good to hear like different opinions and different thoughts and open up communication and just discuss it. So yeah, thank y'all for all of you that took the time to write your comments and share your thoughts on that. Whether you disagreed or agreed, I appreciate you taking the time out your day to type up that comment, because that's your valuable time. So for that, I'm thankful. So let me know, well, how were y'all bullied, and how did your parents handle if you were bullied? Like if you came home crying. I was bullied one time, y'all. One time in my whole life, I got hit in the head with a lunchbox by this girl who was like twice an 8th grader. Like, I kid y'all not, this is back in the day when they would fail you forever. She had to be all of 16 in the 8th grade, and I remember her name and everything. And she hit me in the head with a lunchbox. I was in the 3rd grade, and I remember going home crying. I had beads. You know how your mom would put the beads at the top of the braids? So I had like beads. And I ran home crying. We were at the bus stop. I ran home crying, and I told my mom that she hit me in the head with the lunchbox. And my mom looked me dead in the face and was like, if you ever come back in this house crying because somebody hit you, I am going to give you something extra to cry about. You do not come in this house crying. You better go out there and you better pick up a stick, a brick, or something and fight back. And I think it's because I was an only child and I was a girl, and it was like, you gotta learn to stand up for yourself. Like, don't come in here crying and think that I'm about to go save you. No, I'm gonna beat you down for crying. And that was the last time that I was ever bullied and that I ever came home crying. Last time. So yeah, how did y'all parents handle if you were bullied? And if you weren't, then you know, that's beautiful. Were you the bullier? Were you the bullier, and that's why you weren't bullied? And how do you guys now handle if your kids are bullied, or if your child was, like, how would you handle it? What would you do? What would you tell your child? Do you believe the whole sticks and stones might break my bones, but words and names will never hurt me? Which, you know, they've proven in 2021 that that's not true. So what are you guys' thoughts? Share in the comments, y'all. Anyway, I'm home. I'm gonna grab Jaden and Jordan. I'm gonna change my battery, and we're gonna go shopping. Yay!
Girl, it's that girl. Actually, that's a kid, I think. But if she's dressed up as that girl,
I don't know who that is.
Day after Halloween, all this stuff will be 50% off. I just want to say,
nothing, bro. There's really nothing.
Somehow I got sucked into this.
See?
Why you just try, Sydney? I saw you try to hit me with the door.
Somehow
I got sucked into this.
No,
I'm supposed to be at home. These kids that suck me, they out here looking for Squid Game costumes to make them. And I have stuff I need to be doing. I'm trying to think. I could probably trim the bangs or something, but
he's so much more mature now.
whatever.
Actually, really, he makes cold. Oh, he made cold.
And Trice is with us.
He said he's about to drop out of football and start working on it.
I had 11 earlier, but he swindled me out of $35, so he had to stay home. Denied.
How much is
Yay, this
And
trip is
y'all's are
not
cheaper.
in vain.
Yours are cheaper than
Well,
mine.
they gotta get the pants too. Yes, those are the pants.
What's it trying to do with
Now we just need the kids.
Right here. No, this is Sydney's hanger. I mean, it don't matter.
Mine,
Okay,
did
well
they have
here.
these in the
It don't
tent?
matter.
The zip up one?
They can't fit that though.
45 to 50 degrees.
How are you? I haven't seen you.
Lonnie brought these things
Freezing will
home.
kill them instantly. Think of them like a flashlight.
And
Did
we,
y'all shake them? Well, I don't hear them.
because Jada just said you're killing them.
When you move them, they stop jumping.
No, they've been, they've been done jumping since yesterday. Only some of them are still alive.
Charlie.
I don't think any of these are alive.
That's terrible.
Jada just read the information that we should have read. And apparently we're supposed to keep these things in the refrigerator to keep them
I'm
alive.
telling you, they kept them at room temperature.
So, yeah, yo.
I'm telling you.
It says something about you could soak them in water to try to save them. They're called jumping beans. He also brought these rocks home. Some kind of rock
Charlie.
chocolate.
Did y'all have candy tonight?
You see that?
No.
Did we have what?
Cindy's eating one. Let's see it.
and Journey are coming to try to steal it.
Bradley devoured his. He don't even got nothing left for me to show y'all.
Sydney.
Jaden's trying to say,
Sydney.
why don't you just put them in the
Charlie.
refrigerator?
Go there.
Because I don't know if it will kill them. It said if it's too cold, they'll die.
Keep walking.
It said you could soak them in water or something, right?
This list is a little confusing, but storage of the beans.
You, Harper, Charlie.
After numerous extensive losses, we decided that the only hope for everyone's benefit was to put them in cool storage.
All right, you guys. I just got home. I'm exhausted. My kids are still awake. It is 10 o'clock. So I am going to make them go to bed. Take off my makeup, put on some pajamas, and go to bed. I will see y'all tomorrow.